Eric Muade for the week of April 28th, 2014. Let's take a look at pre-market here with about 30 minutes to go before the market open. The Dow called up about 75 points. S&P 500 called up about 6.5. NASDAQ called up about 11, 12 points. And if we take a look at Asia overnight, we see that the biggest mover was, I believe, China here, 1.62% to the downside. And we see that also Japan was down. As of right now, Europe is slightly to the upside, as you can see right there. And a quick look at commodities, and we see that the biggest mover here probably being natural gas, up 0.82, and silver is down 0.64. Now let's take a look at the charts. Here we have the Dow weekly, and you can see last week we did make an attempt to push above this previous weekly closing high going back to December of 2013, and the level to watch is 16478, which is this weekly closing high. The Dow needs to push above that if the bulls are going to take control of this market. So we have a couple of failed breakouts in the last couple of months, here, and here. So if this continues being the case, then maybe the bears are preparing themselves to push this market lower. So above 16478 is bullish, below 16478 is bearish for the market in general. Another thing to consider here is the Dow Transports. And you can see as of last week, they were pushing above this previous weekly closing high there of a price of 75.92. 75.92, which was this weekly closing high there. We spent a couple of days above that, but ended the week below that. So that's a bearish situation unless the market can move back above that 75.92. Looks like this is a failed breakout. Also take note of the fact that we made a higher high here with declining RSI technicals. That's something to consider. If you take a look at the S&P 500, also had a breakout that failed as of last week, right there above the previous weekly closing high here in March, and it is for a price of 1878, which is this weekly closing high. Anything above that is bullish. Anything below that looks like we are looking at a market that could pull back. Now if you take a look at the S&P 500 daily, you see that seems like some type of head and shoulders here, which could be bearish. And we also see that the market has been making these lower lows on the RSI. So for this market to move higher, it does need to move back above this declining RSI line. Keep note of the fact that the market could very easily slip below 50, have a big down day. And also on the weekly chart, on the NASDAQ, you see that the NASDAQ is very close to moving below 50. Any move below 50 could suggest a big down week, just like the last big move below 50 here recorded a big down week. So those are the things to consider this week. Good luck, peace, and blessings. I am out.